a live stream about what happened on Friday, January 2nd, 2026 at the establishment Lot Radio. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play this one more time so you guys can read what I've written up for the courts for my next court appearance to get this dismissed the next court appearance. Because I'm confident enough that not only I'm going to get this dismissed the next court proceeding, but I'm also going to have Joshua arrested for attempted robbery and assault, because that's what took place here. Okay? Also, he's very upset, Joshua Jones, because the community refrigerator is no longer at Lot Radio, blaming me, which you can't blame me because it is part of our responsibility to make sure that everyone knows that everyone has a responsibility in the community to do right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to read what I wrote. I'm sorry I have to make this video over because somehow the video is not being transmitted correctly, and this app was saying that I was still live when I wasn't because I ended the live stream. So, I want to explain. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope the audio is better now. I just want to explain what took place on Friday, January 2nd, 2026, with an individual that I do not hang out with, don't associate with him because of other reasons. Joshua Jones made a false statement and got me arrested, even though it wasn't in my right to use the pepper spray because he was trying to commit 2 acts of violent crimes, assault and robbery. So, I want to point this out to the courts, that they made a very false and bad judgment. There was bad policing. My Miranda rights were not read to me. I was refused services when I was being detained, and no water was provided until the end of that detainment. That literally caused me to have more, mind you, more issues with my body, with my sciatica, and you can see, mind you, when I do get the CC television and body cam footage, you can see that I was calm and collect the whole entire process. Even when I was in the downtown Brooklyn courthouse, I was calm, collected. I didn't use any profanity, didn't get outrageous. I took my time waiting. I didn't ask questions. I just let the system take its place because, like I said before to you, everyone, I don't trust the system. And I'm going to continue to play what I have written so far. So hopefully this live stream is broadcast clearly. So you can see every word why Lot Radio should pay attention to this video, because they also are harbinging a fugitive, mind you, and a person of interest that is literally causing, mind you, harm to others in the neighborhood. Joshua Jones is a chronic, mind you, homeless alcoholic. As I contribute my time, my money, and my expense, and my mental health to the city, I don't think it's fair for the city of New York to prosecute me with charges of assault, which is a misdemeanor, and then have to say, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't like the fact that the prosecution tried to bring up something that was 18 years old that happened in Madison, Wisconsin, that has no barracks on this case whatsoever. So keep that in mind. They not only try to incarcerate more people of color in the prison system, but it goes to show you that people are actually prejudiced in the New York City justice system. And this was I believe a Chinese woman that tried to prosecute me, to try to say that I'm a danger to society. Really? No. And then mind you, and to that public defender that defended my reason why I should be released, I contribute to the New York City Press Department. How is that a danger to society? Joshua Jones does not contribute a single thing to society. And I want you guys to read it. You can pause the video after I'm done with this live stream, and you can reread what I wrote here. If there's anything that I missed or misspelling, let me know down in the comments below. because you guys need to know how the New York system and the NYPD failed to do a proper observation investigation based on my 911 call. And even the 911 dispatcher heard Mr. Joshua Jones make several threats to me, and she told me to just walk away until the police come, find a safe location. So I want the New York City courts, I want the New York City Justice Department to know that you have a 911 recording of this. And that is going to fall apart for you. And this is why I'm going to get this charge dismissed off my record. Because this is going to, mind you, this guy said that I was harassing him. How can I harass you when I was leaving the establishment? Mind you, Lot Radio has to apply when I get a cease and desist letter if there's any retaliation with trying to apprehend any footage. Because not only it happened on his property, but you allowed Joshua Jones to drink outside alcohol on your property without proper consent, permit, or validation. So, I think the Lot Radio ownership would have to comply, including the neighborhood, and mind you, NYPD. You guys are in charge of the CCTV that's at the high school, automotive high school, which is across the street. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you guys to know that NYPD also has a responsibility to grab their own footage and present proper representation and not accuse me of any crime. Because you can see I couldn't run because of a disability. I have sciatica, and also I am supposedly now might have to push back my operation because of this, because this is financially going to cost me. So Joshua Jones should actually lawyer up, but that's right, he doesn't have a lawyer because he sleeps on a school bus or at someone's couch every night, while I don't. So I work hard, I am struggling, I'm a hard worker, I'm not rich, I'm poor just like everyone else. I pay my duties, I pay my dues, I give back to the community, I volunteer to the community, and this is the respect that I get from NYPD for not doing proper investigation. I was mind you, keep this in mind, I was more vulnerable than Mr. Josh. Mr. Josh was able, if you read the statement that I wrote, he was able to run back to Lot Radio to retrieve a weapon and to dispose of the weapon the second time. And when I told NYPD this, they failed to acknowledge that particular detail. And as an independent journalist, NYPD, I am pro-police, not anti-police, but you have to do better. This was poor policing decision to take one side. Mind you, like I said, my Miranda rights were not read. There was no clear statement from an officer to get my side of the story. No one wrote anything down. So when that public defender asked me the question about I didn't answer any questions, I said, yes, I did. I'm not providing you any address that is not mine. First and foremost, I think I have the right to protect other people's privacies, where I stay and where I pay my bills, not trying to ruin another establishment. So he can have an opportunity to go to that establishment. You already gave him my full name, which he never knew my full name. He's never knew my full name until now. So NYPD, you failed to protect a civilian from a criminal and an alcoholic. And mind you, he chose to be chronically homeless and an alcoholic, not me. I came there to support one group of DJ, and that was Trans Unit. And Lot Radio, when they see this video, they would have to respond. Because mind you, not only you harbinger the fugitive, but you allow the fugitive to continue to drink in your establishment afterwards, because he wasn't arrested. He was only, mind you, he was only cited with harassment, which is unfair practice from the justice system in New York City. So keep that in mind. New York City did not apply to civilian, mind you, this is what I believe. New York City police officers did not do a proper investigation. They just half-assed everything. Not only they half-assed it, they did not even give me an invoice receipt for my property. Not only did misplace my property, I had to buy some property back this morning, like an iPhone cable, which is expensive, that supports 15-watt charging. Keep that in mind. Not only they dispose of, I didn't, mind you, mouthwash, other items that I had to buy from Target, which I do have a receipt for. I'm going to keep that receipt for this legal proceedings on the 23rd, I believe, of February, or 25th. This is where I go back to court and present my findings. This is why on that day I'm going to get this all gone away, because I have physical access to see, mind you, to get these video documents and to provide and ask the owner to not allow Josh Jones to hang out at Lot Radio unless he's a customer. Keep that in mind. I was a customer. I figured I go to Lot Radio, I buy some sake since this is my last weekend before surgery. I want to enjoy my last weekend with my last paycheck, and that's what I was trying to do. Because mind you, I just got laid off from one other employment. Now I have to find a second job. So it's really bad at this moment. And I just want people to understand that, like, as you read this, you can clearly read that the 911 dispatcher, and I'm making this claim because it's recorded. Everything that we do on our phones and devices is recorded. So he put his hands on, mind you, Mr. Joshua Jones put his hands on me twice and verbally yelled that he was going to kill me and rob me. So take it with a grain of salt. He said kill more times than he said robbed. So when they see the CCTV from the schools and from the other business establishments, they're going to see that Mr. Joshua Jones, as I was leaving, mind you, did not look for Mr. Joshua Jones, approached me twice, put his hands on me twice, assaulted me twice, and threw his boots at me. And they, mind you, he threw his boots at me. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's assault. Am I right or wrong? Not harassment. That's assault. So, keep that in mind. So, with that said, here is the rest of my letter. Well, my statement towards the court. It's very long. I'm holding New York City and the Justice Department accountable for misrepresenting my case and making me look like the criminal when I am the victim. Mind you, I got camera equipment in my backpack. That stuff weighs about 40 pounds on my back. Not only that, NYPD in the audience, I have sciatica. I wasn't able to move. So the best thing, and absolutely best thing I could have done was pepper spray him in the face. I think I was in my legal, mind you, Constitution and civil right to use minimum self-defense. Mind you, minimal self-defense. Pepper spray. Mind you, I'm a 2-time black belt. I earned my 2 black belts in martial arts. I could have done more than that if I wasn't disabled. And you guys are capable, and know me, I am capable of doing such a thing. But for NYPD to make this kind of arrest and assumption without any physical evidence, which they don't have any physical evidence, they're going based on what he said. That's not evidence. So, thank you for taking the time to watch this video properly. If you see any misspelling, any corrections, anything I could do better, let me know, because this is a draft. I'm using my notes to write this. So, with that said, everyone, if you guys want to support my legal, mind you, you want to support my legal obligations right now, contribute that to the GoFundMe. How about that? And write legal obligation on it. Because it is time for people in New York City to understand that this was unjustified. This was no means for NYPD to make a bad judgment based on an alcoholic, a chronic alcoholic and homeless man that, mind you, was not arrested for any criminal charges but was cited for harassment. And mind you, they gave him permission to file a temporary restraining order? Bullshit. This is why mind you, I'm filing another civil suit against the city of New York and the city of the NYPD department. And keep this in mind, I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-police. But this bad behavior, this bad policing, this lack of care needs to stop.